They voted to Mo. They voted to Mo. The man, the legend. Jumping back into some JK, a little bit of Jamiroquai. Is this where it all began? Emergency on Planet Earth is the album we're listening to. We've gone through most of the discography at this point, if not, you know, coming to the end of the discography, or at least the studio produced stuff. What more needs to be said? We've got a very healthy record coming up at 20 tracks, so I won't talk your head off. You know, we've got an expedition ahead of us. Let's have a look at these song lengths. I mean, honestly, we have got some material coming up. But with that being said, it's not 20 tracks. It's not 20 tracks, so it makes a little more sense. We're looking at... I mean, let's call it 10 as far as the studio record is concerned, but we will listen to a couple of the bonus bits. We've got an alternate mix here, so sometimes these dance mixes are pretty good. We're going to bypass the live stuff. We've got Too Young to Die extended. We've got an acoustic variation of a tune. Emergency on Planet Earth remix. Demo version. I don't know if I'm going to do the demo version. But yeah, so call it 13, 14 tunes, essentially. When you're going to learn this track number 1? Hey, let me wake up, people. Let me wake up. I might leave halfway through this record to go get myself something to eat, but I will be back and this will be uploaded upon the day I'm recording today. So I know it means nothing to you if you're watching on YouTube, and it means nothing to you if you're watching on Patreon, because you're going to be watching me babble to myself and tell you what's going to be happening, even though, you know, you're experiencing the reality that I've uploaded the record. Let's jump in, yeah? When you going to learn? When was this put out? 93?
Have you heard the news today?
I've heard this one. I did have Jamiroquai's High Times singles record on CD. I did have that. I didn't play it too much, but I know this one, yeah.
Consequences are so grave, so grave now. The consequences are
what bird is that?
so grave.
We've got birds like that, or ducks, you tell me what it is, around here. And it's hard to identify what they are. They've actually got a black neck in where we're... But they dive all the way under the water. Like 20 to 30 seconds they're under there. They don't have the black guy on the drums. I mean, that's one of the selling points for me in JK. Not the fact that he's black, alright, but the fact that he's one of the tightest drummers I've ever like experienced in my life. The dude is a seriously tight drummer. But, you know, I wouldn't be able to tell listening to this. The drumming's nice. The band as a whole is very nice, you know. Baldy Barry, that's what I call him. I don't know what his name is, but give some respect to my guy. I think we watched some recent video as well of them, like, and he's like the dude who's not aging. I think a couple of the members of the band is just like, you know, they must be on that adrenochrome because they're just not aging. JK, on the other hand, he needs to lose a couple of pounds. I'm not gonna lie to you. Everyone gassing, just like, he's getting older. Give him a break, people. But nah, part of JK to me is the fact that he's a handsome fella. Like, he's a rock star entity, in my personal opinion. I think he's a cool, aspirational, like great musical dude, and I think the whole branding, you know, there's a strong you know, aesthetic that comes with the dude, you know.
People, stop it going on. Yeah, yeah. Have you heard the news tonight?
But of course, you can't stop the hands of time.
Menu in my favorite restaurant. Well, don't talk about quantity, 'cause there's no fish left in the sea. Greedy men been killing off the laughter afterwards. And you better play it nature's way, or she won't take it all away. And don't try and tell me you
Best part of this is the bass line. Bassist is really grooving out here.
know my best.
Having a good noodle, eh?
Wrong.
It's proper fat tone as well.
Oh, you've upset the balance, man. Done the only thing you can. Now my life is in your hands. Mountain high and river deep. Oh yeah, we've gotta stop it going on. We gotta wake this world up from its sleep. Oh, people, stop it going on.
You know what? A conspiracy theorist or someone involved in symbolism and whatnot would have a field day on the Jamiroquai logo. I know it represents the hat he wears, or like the fact he wears funny headwear, but the idea that they're represented by a horned entity is, you know, get your tinfoil hat on for that one. I would never portray myself as or identify myself with one with horns, you know? The horned god. Cool. Little bit of a, you know, a social commentary there. A little bit of a politicized number. It's not the, you know, first or the last political rooted tune Jamiroquai doing. The record's called Emergency on Planet Earth. I mean, when will we ever come out of this stage of being, like, having an emergency on planet Earth? Do you know what I mean? Yes. I can't do anything. I can only do the best I can do. And until the government stops what they do, the governments of the world stop polluting and stop harming the people and, you know, breaking us down, I'm afraid. I don't really care. So, Too Young to Die is the title of this next one, track 2 of a few songs. That was a good number. I like the brass section. Jamiroquai fascinating because they can incorporate these odd chord, what would you call them? The chord voicings, and have this unique blend, this asymmetry, this counteractive harmonic element in place where you want to dance, you want to get a shindig, but the general tone of the music is like quite odd and mysterious and, you know, can be quite negative. That wasn't the most upbeat, major, positive key we could have performed in. So they're very fascinated and very intellectual when it comes to, you know, the theoretical side of things. We've got Too Young to Die coming up next.